Hello everyone. Today we are going to present the results of the social media audit that we've been doing in the past 4 weeks. We observed the performance of Nike, Adidas and Vans on either Facebook, Instagram and Twitter in order to come up with a ranking on who performed the best on social media. But before that, we're introducing you to the brands, how they operate on social media, followed by the trends that we've observed, and afterwards you'll be presented some marketing tactics before we get into some SWOT insights. Based on these insights, we will give each brand recommendations on how to improve. Finally, we will announce who did the best job on social media. The 3 brands were mainly chosen because of their large social media coverage and presence. Nike, founded in 1964, is a US-based sports equipment manufacturer that has the biggest market share in this industry. They are competing against Adidas, a stock company that originates in Germany. Shortly after their launch in 1920s, the company grew to become one of the world's most popular consumer brands. Those two will be compared to Vans, a company that started serving specifically to skaters that has managed to expand and sell to a broader audience as well now. The 3 brands are all active on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Adidas uses Facebook mainly to showcase their products and selling them. However, customers started to issue complaints via this platform and Adidas does not bother answering them. On Twitter, they post inspirational content alongside famous athletes sharing and wearing their clothes. On Instagram, Adidas uses Instagram to create customer demand by collaborating with influencers wearing and showcasing their products. As far as Vans is concerned, on Facebook they post daily content, although they post the same content on Instagram as well, so they do not leverage the advantages and disadvantages of the different platforms. However, they're doing a good job in replying to customer concerns, as well as they're doing this on Twitter, whether it be customers' concerns or just casual conversations. On Instagram, Vans has several accounts for several departments of the brand, and they post on a daily basis. Now I'm going to talk about Nike. On Facebook, they engage in a lot of conversations with the customers. Vans and Nike do a lot better job here than Adidas does. And on Twitter, they do cross-department promotion in the form of retweets of Nike's other social media channels and platforms. And as well as the other brands, they use Instagram to partner up with influencers and brand ambassadors in order to inspire the customers.
Through the social media audit, we find the following data. For Instagram followers, Nike increased their following count by 100,000 each audit from November the 13th to December 6th. Every week, Vans increased 100,000 followers. Adidas grew 200,000 followers each week, but the last week they only grew 100,000. For Twitter likes, Nike increased their likes on average by 4.5 each audit. Vans stayed stagnant but received 100 more likes at November 22nd. Vans lost 100 likes at November 27th. Adidas grew 16 likes but lost 4 likes by the end of the audit. For Facebook subscribers, Nike increased its subscribers by 13,546 on average in each audit. Vans increased its subscribers on average by 6,263 each audit. Adidas grew its subscribers on average by 10,498 each audit.
Marketing tactics of Vans, Adidas, and Nike. I'll talk about the successful and unsuccessful marketing tactics that they all have. Successful marketing tactic that Vans has been that they implement the consumers' pictures onto their Instagram feed. That's successful because they post the pictures that their consumers send. It pretty much shows appreciation for their consumers and their brand. An unsuccessful tactic that they have used has been that Vans do not really post on their social media page as often. They're not too active with their social media pages. Now let's go on to Adidas. Something that they have done for their marketing that has been successful has been the Kendall Jenner featuring Adidas apparel. Since Kendall Jenner is such a big influencer, has helped Adidas a lot with their marketing. Now, to go with the unsuccessful that Adidas has done is that they ignore their customers' complaints on their Facebook page. Customers usually have complaints and they put them in their comments, and Adidas ignores the complaints. Now, lastly, moving on to Nike's successful and unsuccessful tactics. The successful ones has been that they use motivational ads for their gear, as well as they're constantly posting on their social media pages, and they have separate social media pages for each sportswear. Now, an unsuccessful tactic that Vans has is that consumers usually ask for more promotions or sales, and Nike pretty much kind of has ignored that, and they don't have as many promotions or sales.
SWOT analysis for Adidas. Some strengths would be that they have a huge following based on all forms of social media that they have, and a large number of celebrity influencers who are shown wearing Adidas and being partners with Adidas. Some weaknesses would be that they have poor customer service skills on social media and they don't get back to their customers' complaints immediately to fix the problem. Some opportunities would be that they could use influencers to market their brand more. It would be more effective. Another opportunity would be to implement more health and fitness themed posts for their social media, since that is a very big value to a lot of consumers nowadays. And some threats would be dissatisfied customers whose complaints are not answered might cause bad publicity, and breaking through the clutter in social media can be difficult because they post a lot. A SWOT analysis for Nike. Some strengths would be that they have a huge number of followers on multiple pages of social media, and they do also have many influencers and partners. Weaknesses would be that they depend mainly on the footwear market, not so much streetwear or clothing. Opportunities could be that they could grow their segment for women in sportswear and increase numbers of sports events like Olympics, FIFA, and so on. And some threats lastly would be that footwear and apparel are highly competitive. So they compete with Vans, Adidas, etc. Now, a SWOT analysis for Vans. They have more than 3 different pages on social media, a very large social media platform, and as well as a very large social media budget. And they're also very active on social media. Weaknesses would be that they depend on footwear way too much. They also do not advertise their clothing as much as they should. And they could also increase their number of sports in Olympics, FIFA, and otherwise. And some threats would be that other brands have better discounts and lower prices, which puts Vans at a disadvantage.
Next, we will be discussing recommendations for these 3 brands. Although Vans already has a big following on their social media platform, they can continue to grow their following by posting around 5 or 6 posts each day. This would also up their engagement on each platform and therefore receive more attention from more consumers daily. Now for Adidas, we recommend to promote more fitness and health by having the consumer's favorite influencers or celebrities wearing their product. And this will make the consumers want to imitate them by purchasing the same Adidas shoes or jacket they saw in the post. Next, Adidas' target group is strongly influenced by celebrities and influencers. It's recommended to continue linking these influencers to keep them loyal to the brand. And also, this could help influence their persona's followers. Third, one of the biggest threats Adidas is facing on social media is the unanswered customer complaints. It is strongly advised to address these complaints by implementing a reliable and fast customer service model. And lastly, Adidas might want to try new and unconventional ways of advertising to gain their customers and future buyers' attention. And lastly, recommendations for Nike. Their biggest weakness is that their prices are not as low as other close competitors. They should consider lowering down their prices and even adding more promotional offers. Second, Nike is known for their shoe products, but they should also expand their clothing line as well. And lastly, they do not have as much women apparel and footwear. Nike should promote a women's campaign mainly focusing on sports or fitness, targeting women. Next, I will be discussing the comparisons between these three brands. In order to come up with a ranking for the performance of Adidas, Nikes, and Vans, we categorized it into 4. Quality of the content posted, the engagement between the customers and the brand, the nature of the change in audience, and the user's reaction. Based on their importance, the categories were weighed on a scale from 1 to 5. After that, the individual brands were looked at and also assigned points on a scale from 1 to 5. Finally, the weight factors for each category were added and the total score determines the ranking. The result of the social media audit is as follows. First is Nike with 59 points, second with Vans with 52 points, and lastly Adidas with 42 points. Based on this research, it can be concluded that Nike has done the best job in maintaining their social media presence over the last 4 weeks.